guys, my name is Britt Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be going over my September wrap-up. So as you guys can see, I'm kind of in the fall Halloween spirit. I have my bookshelves all ready to go for Halloween season. I'm just really liking it. So I did my makeup a little like fairy-esque for a different video that I have coming out soon, if it's not already out. I decided to just go ahead and pre-film my September wrap-up, also because it is the end of September and I just wanted to tell you guys all the books that I read. So in the month of September actually took place in Hackathon. It was hosted by Macy from the Brightside Girl, so go over and check out her video and vlogs. I also have my TBR and vlogs up, so go over and check those out. I'll link them up in the cards for you guys and down in the description. But during that readathon, I read 6 books. I'm not going to go over the 6 books because you guys can go check out my wrap-up for that. I had a really good reading week. I was really proud of myself about how many books that I actually got done. So let's go over the books that I've read since Hackathon. So first we have Renegades by Marissa Meyer. I love this guy. So this pretty much is like a good guys, bad guys. You have the Renegades, and then you have this group of people who are considered like the bad guys, and the Renegades are like the superhero society that's saving all these people, and they don't have policemen anymore, so you have these group of people who have like superpowers, and it's really interesting, and the main girl and main guy in it, Adrian and Nova, are absolutely, I love so much, and this is not really a love story. You need to know that going in, that don't expect a love romance going on, but I have a feeling that's maybe eventually where we're going to be leading down the road. But I absolutely love this book. This is one of these books that, in thinking about it, I originally gave it 4 stars, and I don't know, it's really more like a 4.55 stars. It's one of those books that, since I've read it, I have had trouble not talking about it or not thinking about it. So I don't know where to put that in my star rating. Then I carried on with Outlander series, and the next book that I needed to read was Fishy of the Cross by Diana Gabaldon, and this was just Outlander. It was really good. I've watched all the TV shows, so it was really interesting getting to see the difference between the TV shows and the books, and this is like the 4th or 5th book. I think I only have 1 more book left to go, maybe 2, and yeah, it was like 3.5 stars. It's just Outlander. It's nice and swoony and very like historical romance, and I really don't read a lot of historical books because I don't really enjoy them, but for some reason I love this book series. So the next book that I read was Night World. This is by L.J. Smith, and I had previously read this like years ago when it first came out, but honestly I forgot that I had read it years ago. I didn't have a physical copy on my shelves or my TBR shelf, so I picked this up a few years ago, and I'm glad that I finally got to it. It was very easy, simple writing, but I didn't like it. I'm pretty much going to leave that there. I'm not even going to tell you guys my star rating for this, but I'm just going to say that I can see the pull of this when I read it when I was younger, but it just lost interest to me, and honestly, I'm surprised that I ended up finishing this, because it was just so bad writing, so bad character-driven bullcrap, and yeah, so we're just going to keep going. The next book that I read was How to Hang a Witch. I don't even remember the author's name of this. I have recently unhauled it, and yeah, another book I just didn't really like, so not going to tell you star rating, and we're going to go on to the next one. Then something kind of came over me, but I ended up getting like Kindle Unlimited, and there's some Kindle books that I was kind of interested in. So I originally listened to the audiobooks of the first 2 of these books, which is Luna Rising and Luna Captured. And like I said, I listened to the audiobooks of these first 2, and some stuff went on that I was like, yeah, I need to finish this series because I needed to know what happened. So the first 2 books were 3 stars each, and then the 3rd, 4th, and 5th books, which are Luna Captured, Luna Conflict, and Luna Darkness. So pretty much these books are shifter series, but like werewolf shifters, but the werewolves in this book are totally different from what we really think. Like when they shift, they're actually still kind of human sized. They just look like wolves. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. It's about a girl who kind of gets involved with one of the alphas of a werewolf clan, and she ends up getting mated to one of them, and then all of a sudden we're mated to also another alpha from a different clan. And so how is a human mated to 2 different alphas from 2 different clans? And that was interesting. And then also, you know, humans can't know about it, so what's going on with this human girl being mated, and how can we save her, but also we're probably gonna have to kill her because she's a human, she can't know about us. That's why I continued on. Now I am gonna say the series was a little bit weird in some places, and I think that's why it drew me in so much, but they were like under 200 pages, very easy, simple reads, And I'm kind of glad that I finished the series because I know what's going on. Then also continue on with my Kindle books. I read Shift and Cade. This is 1 and 2 in Mackenzie Gray's like Shifter series. Also about a girl who gets wrapped up in some mystery stuff with a werewolf pack, like a shifter pack, and very fun and interesting. And I do have plans to carry on with the rest of the books in the series. I think there's like 2 more. So I gave all my Kindle books that I just told you guys about 3 stars each. They were fun and interesting, but I don't actually think I'm going to go out and buy them to keep them physically on my shelves. So the next book I read was The Summoning by Kelly Armstrong, and this is about a girl who can see ghosts and dealing with the repercussions of telling people she can see ghosts. She gets sent to this organization house where not everything is what it seems, and all the people around her might have some magical powers or have magical abilities themselves. And some of it's weird. I just couldn't connect with this. I spent the whole day reading this with one of my friends, and she didn't like it. I was kind of happy that I didn't like it also, because I would have felt bad if she didn't like it and I liked it. I don't know. But anyways, I gave this 2 stars. I didn't like it and don't have any plans to continue on in this series. Apparently this month I was feeling kind of nostalgic, so I decided to jump back into a book that I have read before, which is Ink Exchange by Marissa Meyer. This is a very old and beat up copy that I got when I was like in middle school or high school, and I have read this story before. This is the 2nd book in her Wicked Lovely series, and I don't know the series name, but I don't even have a dust jacket for it. But like I said, it's beat up, it's nasty. But I was kind of afraid because I had read those other 2 books that are kind of older that I wasn't going to like this as much as I originally did. Fortunately, I love this book. I connected with all the characters back again. It got me back really nostalgic and being back in school and reading with my friends. And I don't know, I really like this about a girl who doesn't know about the Fae world, so we deal with the Faes, and I love the Faes. And she ends up getting this tattoo that ends up being more than what she bargained for, and she falls for this Fae guy, and oh, this is just so much fun rolled up in a book, so I gave it 4 stars, just like the first time I read it, and now I read it again, it's 4 stars. So last but not least, I decided to read Hush Hush. This is by Becca Fitzpatrick, and I have already read this book before. Let me take my bookmark out of it. But I love this book. I loved it the first 100 times that I read it. I've probably read it 5 or 6 times, and I loved it again. And I think that the series has a really bad street cred. This is very simplistic, lovey-dovey writing, but also very lyrical, and I didn't realize how lyrical her writing was until rereading it, and I'm so glad that I reread this, because this really got me back into like loving to read, because I don't know, because I wasn't physically reading well, but I do have to say I did the audiobook of this, and I loved the audiobook of it. But yeah, I really love this about like a fallen angel and dealing with him and this girl in school, and some stuff goes down and people are trying to kill her, and is he a good angel? Is he a bad fallen angel? What's going on with that? But yeah, I really like this. Like I said, very simplistic lyrical writing, but I really enjoyed this book. So 4 stars. So guys, that's all the books that I read during September, then all the other books that I read during Hike-a-thon, plus my Kindle books that I read. Let me put this out, it's getting kind of heavy. So guys, what books did you guys read in September? I hope you did as well as I did. I read a lot this month, and hopefully October will continue on with that. If you guys remember, my Goodreads and everything is linked down below. You can keep up with what I'm currently reading. And also while you're down there, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I look forward to seeing everybody soon in my next video. Bye!